Not every other young prospect has, and that is an outstanding jab.
And weighing 244.5 pounds with gold letters, he weighs an even to David Bay. Express Bruce Seldon.
As he was at an all-time low for him, 224, and I include his being very good jab. And you don't see that much in the heavyweight.
So the reincarnation of Bruce Ali Seldon is his weapon, and how much he'll mention in his bout with Holmes.
There is one percent of his opponents, while Bay 64% of his there has been in this first round has been provided by Bruce Seldon.
About Kenobi and Logan Hobson, which one's tracking?
Bay still trying to cover up and not doing a very good job of it.
I haven't been back here for a couple of the bouts you guys did with Bruce Seldon. Gano's trend is very high in him. Really feels he's a superb young.
And a very, very good first round for Bruce Seldon.
For Seldon, although the number on his jabs, he only landed 10 of 52.
Pretty good number.
That's good for a heavyweight. That's right in there for
one footnote on.
And you can't change it with a tattoo. En route to fighting Larry Holmes, he was undefeated when in his heyday. They
either that or part of his deal was just a one-way ticket to hometown. I think Burncrusher and he both live in against the not-so-solid body.
And Seldon taking advantage of it. And among others used. And if a guy comes to you and throws it, we talked about him. Very good book about him. Blood Season by Phil Berger's now.
A few times. Bay, as you mentioned, does have a very good left hand. Again, a tough fight.
When you get in with these veterans who know all the tricks, it's hard to knock them out. Okay? Which is what Bay wants in a
end of the third.
Well, let's go to the other side. You can't do what you're doing. Lay in with him. He's hitting your punch.
Seldon on the inside. This is what Carmen Graziano's talking about. Tremendous. It just
sort of deflected him with the gloves, but still, it gives you
speaking jabs, as we were. See Seldon landing a big way right now. David Bay has a history of tiring body attack. When he can, sound like Howard Cosell right there.
Starts to get there, and behind it comes a right hand. And the upper.
He's on the inside, but it's certainly a good survival mode for him.
He's through the rankings. And now Bay jumps on Seldon. What far between as we head for the end of round number 4.
Uppercut. And he's effective as a lefty. Confident here, weathering those storms, not everything landing by Seldon. Bay cutting the ring off, but not doing anything with it. Hard to be sure, but if David Bay makes him, good right, and Tommy Morrison against James Quintillis, where you get to look at these young heavyweights, getting more punches and winning. But
a lot of the punches of Seldon catching him just with parts of his.
To this last round, Seldon with his hands very low, there
throwing him too effectively. Bay, on the other hand, just the opposite.
So Bruce Seldon, as far as David Bay is concerned.
In his career, he's been able to hurt people.
He's thrown in this bout. Well, Bay has a history of tiring in bouts. How much did that take out of him? He knows the punches for throwing. When he throws them, they're very effective.
Now it's going to come down to a question of conditioning, though, for David Bay.
David, you're blowing the fight.
Good advice to David Bay here.
Not appear excessively winded. And starts this round on his bike. 45 every round, but again, when you look at the effectiveness of these two,
catch up to him, the land shots. Not doing. This is where Bay wants him, but he's not throwing.
Guy seems to tune in and tune out during
He had really challenged Seldon. Seldon's hand, I'll tell you what.
That was a right hand, but Seldon said, no, it didn't hurt me.
His hands down now against David Bay, got away from it. With it against somebody else, and I mean, he looked atrocious. Was lucky to survive every move they make, and can't be perfect all the time in boxes, but he's been able to make that work for himself. And then
with that right hand.
Boy, that was a right throw with conviction. Another one by Bay. Not much on those punches by Bay.
The body never really got there to the head.
Because David...
And I don't believe David Bay has really hurt him yet. He did get his attention a couple of times.
You've seen on ESPN, Tommy Morrison.
Ray Lewis is a perfect example of a guy who at times...
Something that's shown us a lot tonight, truly. I'm really surprised at how much Seldon is switching to lefty.
You got to go out there and do everything you can today to win this fight.
You want to use the other style. You haven't used it. You said, yeah, you haven't. You want to use it a little bit?
But not just...
Go giving him the first minute.
Certainly is. Now the doctor looked at him, there must be blood in his nose.
Yeah, actually,
This is what happened. David Bay knew it, the referee knew it, and which of course they didn't want to have happen, but it ended up being that way, the leaning part. And there's the hook. And at this point...